Hi, Mrs. Poindexter here. So it's been a hot minute, but we are back with some secret scandalous Sunday. All right, so we're back with an episode of like Scandalous Secret Sunday. I like saying scandalous because some of these are like pretty like, woo, oh my goodness. All right, again, I don't know why people feel the need to say like what they've actually done, like gone to the bathroom in their pants. But I'm like, I really don't need to know that. I mean, do you guys need to know that? I don't need to know that. No. So let's just, hey, um, we're going to just pass right through this. There's no comment on it. All right. So this lady's upset because her husband keeps on opening credit cards and she just found out that there are 50 grand in debt and she's so upset about that. Yeah, I would be upset about that too. I'd be like, you're going to go get a second job. Not okay. All right, so this mom booked a trip for work, but really she's going to go spend 2 nights alone in a hotel. Are you going to be alone? Or, but hey, good for you. Have fun with that one. All right, so this one's interesting. So this woman, our mom, said her husband's cousin has made too many passes at her, and they're more than just compliments. So I want to know, what are these passes? Are they like squeezing your behind? Is it very like, hey, I want to get it on with you? So we need to know more. More than just compliments could be, women and men can always like misinterpret things. So we need to know more. It's interesting. I've actually had this happen. It's very awkward. A friend's husband dropped this mom off at home after a night out, and he ended up making a move on her, and now she can't look at him. Really? Number one, do not tell your friend. I don't do that because it could just really ruin your relationship. But what I would do is I would just tell him like, hey, dude, that's not cool. And I'm not interested. And just make it very clear. And then just, move on. But yeah, I'd keep that one a secret. Do not tell her. Okay, so this woman wasn't invited to her dad's fiance's bridal shower, and she's kind of salty about it. So salty is she's kind of upset about that. I would be upset about that too, because if this is your dad's future wife and it's all part of the family, what is her problem? And she might your dad needs to be like, what's going on with you? Like, future wife. Not cool, Dad, not cool. Okay, so this woman says she's always had a higher drive in the bedroom than her husband, and he started taking testosterone supplements, and now the roles are reversed. And she would have never imagined, but now she's turning him down because she's too tired. Well, you know what I would say to that? Is that maybe you should go get some testosterone too, because they do it for women. And hey, and then you guys could be on level playing fields again. But yeah, this does make men, when they take testosterone supplements, it can turn them back into being teenagers, where they're just like, ooh, there's a girl in a skirt. What's going on? Don't ask me how I know. I just know. Okay. So this mom, get this. She checked her husband's internet history, browser history, and saw that he watches, stuff on the internet, and what she doesn't really care about. But then she saw that he Googled her sister's Instagram and was looking at pictures, and she's like, what the heck is going on? And she's newly, which PP means postpartum, and she's a little self-conscious about it. Number one, don't check out your husband's internet browser or text messages, or go snooping and because if you're going to do that, you're going to find something you're probably not going to like. So you're either going to trust your husband or you're not. That's the first thing. Number two, I'm not quite sure how I feel about him looking at your sister's vacation pictures, because, is your sister hot? And I don't know. It's okay. Men do look at him. Doesn't mean he's going to act on anything. He's just a man. He just wants to look. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a little bit weird that it is your sister, but, if your sister's hot, it maybe just all runs in the family. I don't know. But I do understand being just newly having a baby and just having those like, you just kind of feel like, I've just had a baby. I'm not feeling all like sexy and put together. So, and you can be a little more, emotional because, your hormones are a little bit crazy. But yeah, I would just kind of give up, maybe talk to him about this and, get his point of view and ask him like, why are you looking at my sister? But honestly, I don't think it's a big issue at all. Okay, so this lady says her husband is the worst in bed and she's never had an O with him. And it's been 10 years and she's so unhappy lately. Okay, I want to know, number one, why did you marry somebody that you're not compatible in bed with? I mean, I'm sorry, but it's like, that is what pulls you through like a lot of stuff that happens in your marriage, especially 10, 15, 20 years later. You need to be compatible. In fact, it should be getting better as you move through the years and not worse. And never, oh my God, okay, number one, go get a toy. And number two, maybe you guys really need to start communicating in the bedroom and you need to tell him like what works for you. And I mean, you're going to have to tell him like, this isn't working for me and we need to like spice it up and we need to introduce some other things into the bedroom and see if that actually helps you. Because being unhappy like for 10 years and actually never having that with him, I cannot imagine that. It would not be okay for me. All right, so this woman, when she gets mad at her husband, she like farts in his face when he's asleep. That is just wrong. That's not even like funny. That is just wrong on so many different levels. Because what if he was mad at you and he was doing this to you? Would you be okay with that? No. No. Come on. Don't be vindictive. Okay, so this one's kind of, I have mixed feelings about this one. This lady is having a man fly from Florida to take her on this amazing date, and he's paying for everything. Number one, how do you know he's real? Because I am the subject of I get my images stolen all the time on the internet, and there's this huge scam rings out of different countries, and they're always like, oh, I will like, if you give me money, I will like, I'll fly and see you. And so, maybe he's flying to see you, and maybe, how do you know he's like, not like some like person that lives in a basement and is gonna come out and like murder you? I mean, unless you've actually met this man before, but still, I kind of feel this is one of those like, what is it, the Tinder swindler type of things that's going on here. He's gonna try to bait and hook you, and it's like a bait and switch, and he's gonna like basically like try to hook you, and then he's gonna try to steal your money, or he's gonna murder you, one or the other. So this lady said her husband had an emotional affair 5 years ago, and it still bothers her, and she doesn't know how to trust him and how to move forward. Number one, this isn't, I mean, okay, number one, it's been 5 years, and so I think what you need to do is that you got to learn how to move past it. I mean, it's either you move past it or you need to divorce him. That's just how it has to be. You cannot still be holding on to something for 5 years, not even like a year. And maybe you need to go to like some counseling or like reevaluate your guys' relationship. But if it's been 5 years and it's still bothering you, you're going to have to learn to let that go, because all that's going to do is just eat at your relationship, and it's not going to help it out at all. Okay, so this mom wishes her husband would do an open relationship. They've been together for 9 years. She's super bored. So there's a lot of hurt over the years from him too, and she's struggling with it. They're great parents. They have a wonderful life together, but she's torn because she thinks she should be in a happier relationship. So, or a marriage. I think what you need to do is just tell your husband this is what you want. And, just let the cards fall how they do and see what happens. I mean, my take is if you guys can like maybe have a good communication, and you have good communication with this, maybe you guys can work through this and maybe have a little bit of fun. But Yeah, definitely. I think you should talk to your husband about like what your wants and desires are. And maybe he's okay with that too. And maybe it's something that he wants too. So just, talk, communicate. So that is it for Secret Sunday. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but I think the underlying theme of all this is communication. Just talk to your partner, tell them what you desire, tell them what you want, and then just see how it goes. But I think there's a lot of unhappy people out there, and it kind of makes me sad because I think if people just like talk to their spouses and you took your judgment down and you learn how to communicate, then you wouldn't see so many of these problems. But, I think we're just all made to have these, we all just, I think it's just, relationships are tough. Anyways, until next Sunday, and I will get on this a little bit better for y'all. I'll see you then.